Hello YouTube, it is Damien, Sunderland and Bright Lights. It is episode 50 of Bright Lights. It's an episode 50 special. But I'm going to say this, before you go back, you have to go and watch episode 49, 48, 47, 46, 45. Have to watch the whole FA Cup run. Episode 49 was the FA Cup final. I'm not going to spoil what's happened. I'm going to wait a second before I say what I say next. That's what it is. If I'm dressed like this, do you think I lost? The craziest FA Cup final that I've played in, we won in the 120th minute in extra time, 3-2. Anyhow, we're not here to recap that game. We're here to talk about Sunderland. We're here to go and see what's happened in the Champions League in the first few years of the save. Here to go and see what's happened in the Europa League, in the World Cup. The World Cup was a shock with some teams, and what's also happened in and around the save. Anyhow, it is time to do it. First things first. Haller there. I'm still buzzing from the FA Cup. No one's told. Haller gets man of the match. Haller has to be sung. You know, what a player we picked up here for 3.6 million. Leading player. He's just growing to such a player. He's looking the goods and he's got so much room to grow. I expect him to kill the league again and again and again for future years. I'm not selling him any time. Will Burgess and Rodrigo Marquez. Sergio Sampri getting goal of the year in the Tyne and Weir Derby. I believe that this is a YouTube episode game, so I remember the goal. Actually, it's not. This is back very, very early in the year because we were playing 4-3-3. 4-2-3-1, sorry. Anyway, Marquez to Haller. Haller then gives it out there to Sergio Sampri. Takes a touch. I tell you what, that's not a bad strike. It's a pretty good one. I will admit there's one that Lozano hits out. Lozano hits, that rings a bell. As you can see, that was Team of the Year. Hoyt, Serrata, Burgess, Smithies. I feel that Daniel should be in there. End of season confidence review is fine as well. Pre-season date to be set. It's going to last 4 weeks. That's fine. And Miguel's training's been good. But that's not what we're here for, though. But we are going to go to the club screen here. We are going to go through, Matthew King's our hot prospect, still on loan at Dandong. We're going to apply for his work permit in 18 days' time off stream. That's fine. Obviously, Howler's our key man. Smithy's in line as the captains. I might move Lyons out of the captaincy role. That is for sure as well. We won, this year we finished in 5th in the league, just missing out on the top 4. The big moment to forget was obviously losing 9-0 to Liverpool at Anfield in a game. It really did hurt our goal difference. We weren't going to catch City, I didn't think. At one point we were level with them. We could have been level with them on the final day, but at the same time we would have ended up drawing on points with them anyway. And so we would have not have gone up. I prefer to be in the Europa League anyway. Our squad's not ready for the Champions League. In terms of what we're going to look through here, we're going to look through the finances because I know a lot of people are interested in this. We made very, very good turnover in terms of prize money and that's. We're very rich at the moment. So we're expecting a big water transfer budget eventually from the club. They usually like to pump us with a little bit more money as well. The board think we're untouchable, which is great. We're obviously improving our facilities at the moment as well. And yeah, we're just getting through everything that we need to. We go to the schedule screen here. As you can see here, we've had quite the year. As you can see, this is where we changed to the 4-2-3-1 and the asymmetric counter-attacking system, and the rest is now history. The run of form that we went on is incredible, and to finish 5th and to win the FA Cup is quite a year, and that is for sure. I am going to show this Stoke goal. It was against Stoke, or was it against Wolves? I can't remember now. I think it was Stoke in the league. Stoke in the league. Lozano scored in this game. I think Lozano scored an absolute banger in the 39th minute. I thought this should deserve to win goal of the year, by the way, as well. We are then, after this, going to look at the Champions League, the FA Cup, major transfers, see how the Premier League played out as well the last few years, see who's been the dominant side, Liverpool, and there we are. Anyway, I believe this is the goal from Lozano, and it's a cracking one as well. You are incredible, thank you. Anyway, Burgess there, gives it out to the Silva. I'm pretty sure this is it. Lozano hits it from like the top of the box. It falls to him. This is a strike, boys. Brace yourself for a strike into the top bins. This one's an absolute worldie. There we are. Look at him push it into... You can't put it any further into the top bin. Right in here it gets in. Unbelievable strike. Anyway, we are going to go back after we make our camera the same to what it has been. And director. Alright, so let's get into it here. We want to go look at the Champions League. I'm pretty sure the last game of the Champions League hasn't been played yet. PSG there in the final this year at the moment. It's Man United and PSG. Hope PSG win that. As you can see with past winners in the past, Liverpool won with Arsenal being runner-up. Liverpool have been a dominant side. Did you just read aren't incredible as you are incredible? Yeah, I am HPG because I am incredible. PSG have been a bit of a force. Liverpool coming runners-up twice to Real Madrid and in real life, and Man City. I would take that considering how we're sitting in the group in real life as well. But as you can see, the early doors just show that PSG and Liverpool really have emerged as kind of the dominant sides in world football. If we go and look at the Europa League here, at the European Football Championships. We will look at that in a second. Europa Cup. Euro Cup, there we are, which will be in the in the final. Lazio just won it this year. Lazio winning it, of course. Olympique Marseille, Borussia Dortmund, Arsenal, Fiorentina, Ajax making the final is probably something to be seen. Obviously Man United won it in 26-17. Atletico Madrid won it. And then you've seen Chelsea, Olympic Lyon, Lazio and Arsenal. I'm starting to lose my voice because we screamed so much in the FA Cup final. This Ajax actually looks alright. He's their key player. This guy here, the Dutchman, he actually looks not bad at all, the Wonder Kid. Give him a scout because he might bring him in if he wants to. There we are. In terms of that, we are going to look at the European Championships now. Holders are currently England. That is correct, England. European Championships is scheduled for the 2024 next year. But the last one, obviously, was England winning it in 2020 with the runners-up of France. And there we go. We are going to look at the World Cup, though. The World Cup was a mental competition here. The holders were Italy, and it was unbelievable. Can we look at, the previous fixtures and results? We can. We are going to go to the schedule, maybe, or the fixtures, or maybe look at the profile of the competition, or the stages. Can we look at last year's stages? I'm hoping we can. Can we look at the 2022 World Cup? Profile. View stages. Last season. There we are, 2022. That's what we want to go to. All right. Can we go to the rounds? Can we go to the group stage and show all the group stages? There we go. As you can see, it was a weird World Cup. In Group 1, Ghana and Scotland got through. Scotland, I'm not going to spoil it. We'll wait, right? But Qatar and Russia, there we go. But Ghana topping their group. Good to see. A lot of Africa had a very strong showing. Brazil and Mexico getting through. Poland missing out and China missing out. Mali and Germany topping the group with Australia and Argentina battling it out at the lower levels. Argentina couldn't recapture any form in 2022. Belgium and Egypt getting through with Denmark finishing 4th. Mo Salah having quite the tournament. Jamaica and Ivory Coast getting through. 2 African sides. Colombia and Portugal missing out. Portugal, the biggest flop of the tournament, I believe. Same with France, which we'll get to. Italy, the holders there, did top their group with Nigeria. USA missing out with Slovakia. England getting top of the group as well with Paraguay. New Zealand and Austria just bowing out without a whimper. But this is the big one. South Korea and Uruguay didn't lose a game. South Korea beating France. France could only win 1 game. They lost 2 in the competition. And Norway there also coming bottom. So France failed to make it out of the group. If you go to round 1 of the second round here, Mexico beat Ghana. Ghana beat Mexico. Scotland beat Brazil in extra time in a crazy game. Like an absolute crazy game if we can't see the fixture, but I know it was a crazy game. That's right, Scotland beat Brazil. There we are. Mali beating Egypt. Germany winning as well. Nigeria beat Jamaica. Italy beat the Ivory Coast in a classic game as well. England winning 1-0. And Paraguay in the quarter-final, as you can see here as well. Ghana winning 3-2. Scotland won 3-0 against Mali, booking their way in the semi-final. England beat Italy in what was the game where you thought whoever wins this one should win the World Cup. And Italy did win in extra time in that one there. In the semi-final, Scotland beat Nigeria and Italy beating Ghana, with Ghana finishing 3rd place to Nigeria. Good to see the African sides doing well. But in the final, it was all one-way traffic for Italy for most part of it, barring Scotland giving them a late scare. But to see Scotland make a final is just out of this world as well. Another competition that we are going to look at there is obviously going to be the Premier League. We are going to go by profile because it's a bit easier to see past winners. As you can see here, Man United have been running up to Liverpool the last 2 seasons. Liverpool have been incredible. Man United beating Man City. Then Man City dominated the early part. Liverpool probably been the best save in the team. They are just incredible scoring goals for fun. And I believe this year they scored, they have a goal difference of 100, scoring 120 odd goals. Yes, we conceded 9. Mo Salah, top goal scorer yet again, with an average rating of 7.82. That Liverpool side is incredible. De Gea broke his hand and kept 23 clean sheets. Yeah, they had a very good year, Man United as well. We are now going to look at the World tab, and we are going to go to World if we can. And we're going to go to the World tab here, and we're going to look at award winners. As you can see here in the World thing, you can see that this is best player in the world, World Golden Ball. Since 2018, Messi won it, Cristiano, Messi again. Gareth Bale won it at 31, which is incredible. Fekir finishing second. We probably should look who finishes second here. Messi finishing second with Neymar. As you can see, Griezmann finishing second. Was he far behind? It doesn't tell you here. Ronaldo there, obviously finishing, with Griezmann finishing second again. Aguero finishing 3rd before he moved to us. Juventus Golden Ball, bless. Yeah, HBG's happy. Messi, Ronaldo finishing second. For Bale won it with Fekir finishing second. Ronaldo finishing 3rd. Lewandowski winning it at 34 as well. Where you see Sergei Milinkovic-Savic and Mbappe for the first time, who usually wins the gold ball a lot. In terms of Golden Ball, we're going to win. Goalkeeper of the year was to Sturgeon. Buffon, who's now retired. De Gea, and this guy at Bayern winning it. Footballer of the year, Sergi Savras, Gareth Bale. We just looked at it. There we go. Under 21 Footballer of the Year. None of our lads in there at all. Just Piet through there. World Golden Ball. Lewandowski won again. We've already looked at World Player of the Year and World Team of the Year over the years have been not too bad. We'll go through it since 2018 there. Standard, Man United, De Gea, you can see the back four. You can go through and flick through as we flick through here. Becker, lost out to Alisson, which I thought was a bit wrong. Griezmann there. No Salah as well. Milinkovic-Savic there was at Man United for a time. He then moved on. As you can see, Suarez and Messi are still there. In 2021, I expect to see Salah in there. Salah doesn't get in there again. Because of how we've always been playing. Pellegrini in there again, 2022. And of all seasons, that is the Team of the Year for the save. There we are. We are going to go back to the World tab, though, if we can. And we're going to go to the World tab, and we are going to look at major transfers here. We're going to look by the biggest transfers, show filters, all transfers, major transfers, if we can look at it. Transfers, major transfers. Have I done this wrong? Leading transfers, there it is. I thought it was major transfers. We were going to search by fee. Icardi went for 153 mil to Man City, been carving it up. Frank Kessie, of all players, went for 136 mil. He's a very good player, but for 136 mil, I don't think so. Isco went for 130 mil to Man United. There's a lot of there. There hasn't really been a regen that has gone for a massive amount of money just yet. But I would imagine that's going to increase in the future. Declan Rice went for 78 mil. Julian Brandt, Raheem Sterling went from Bayern to PSG for 71. So you can see that there's a lot of names in here. A few over the 100 mil mark already as well. So it's been not too bad. A bit more on our home front though. If we go back to the club and we go back to our inbox, maybe the easiest way to probably just go end of team season meeting or end of team season awards, and we go to our best 11. Our best 11 for the save is that in this formation. It is Smithies, Surratt, Burgess, Hoyt, De Silva, Miguel. Actually, that's not our overall. That's for this year. But overall one is Dadasov, Thuram, Watmore, who had a very good year towards the end of the year, Lozano, Dylan, who's still here at the club, Sergio Sabri, Oviedo, Kone, Garcia, and Linus. I would love to see Godin getting in there. Max Power, I do have a lot of time for, but never did. In terms of appearances for us, there's a lot of people over the 100 mark. Watmore's played 180 times for us as well. And there we are. Martin's still there. How's Martin getting along at Hearts? He's doing okay, Martin. He's not too bad. Godin's my favourite player on the save. You've got to remember, we picked up this guy for £550. He wants a new contract. We'll do it right now. First team, probably put him on rotation because of his level, but play him a lot. 5 years suggest. First team play, I don't really care. You can play first team for me. Got him, I don't mind. There is Zach Clough still there too. Look, I'm going to do a where are they now. You press a set something just so we can see it. Where are they now? Liam Cohen's currently playing Locomotive. Garcia's at Wolverhampton. Renan Darslav's at West Bromwich, just got relegated. Zach's at Zurich. How's Zach Clough gone at Zurich? Has he been playing alright? 15 and 14 and 2 seasons playing full season. Not bad. Jon McLaughlin, how are you doing? He's a goalkeeper coach. He's no good. I'd love to bring him back in because he's a little bit of a cult hero. But before we end off with episode 50 here, just a recap. We currently play with Percy Pell with Haller and Mike Godin. I expect them to jump in here. Oviedo and Duncan Watt were icons from our time here. No one is currently a legend just yet. But we are well loved at the club, and we do love the club. We have no plans to change anything. The facilities are great. I'm going to go to the profile screen and go to the general screen, the board screen, and we might actually ask if we can go to stadium and see if we can expand the new stadium to satisfy demand. We are concerned that our fan base isn't that big. I accept your stance. I like your ambition showing. I thought we sent this ambition to the club. Hoping we get it. If I don't I see we left the behind by our rivals. I can't pretend I'm not disappointed. It would have been nice to end the stream of a stadium expansion, but unfortunately not. Anyway, we are going to save the game, and that is going to be the end of episode 50. A special little look at Sunderland so far. A few little shocks and everything like that as well. It would have been nice to have episode 50 as FA Cup. Just couldn't physically do it, but that is going to be the end of episode 50. Thank you for watching episode 50 of Bright Lights. There's been 50 crazy episodes, judging by how the FA Cup's gone, indeed. But we are going to go for something like 50 more. We can't stop until we won the Champions League. Can't stop until we won the Premier League. We can't stop until we maybe have won the Europa League as well before the save is over. Anyhow, we've ticked off the FA Cup. We've got a few more to tick off as well. It's been great fun. This has been my favourite save to do on YouTube and on Twitch so far as well. Thank you for watching here, episode 50 of Bright Lights. We'll see you for episode 51, which will be a transfer special, a European transfer special. And we'll see you next time for Bright Lights with Damien and Sunderland. Thank you and goodbye.